先敬礼传承祖师，敬礼了明和尚，敬礼萨迦正空上师，敬礼16世大宝法王卡玛巴，敬礼图登大耳吉上师，我们敬礼坛城三宝，敬礼今天的同修本尊莲花童子，师母丹真嘎措各位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、堂主，各位同门，还有网络上的同门，今天我们仪会的贵宾是中华民国驻瑞典兼挪威代表廖东洲大使夫人Judy师姐，中国中委会会计师推莎师姐，中国中委会法律顾问周慧芳律师，Chicago the Northwest University 医学院教授张强博士，周恒医师，庄俊耀医师，中天电视台给你点上心灯节目制作人徐雅琪师姐，大家晚安，大家好。你好，大家好。今天我们是同修这个莲花童子。那么上回呢，上个礼拜。
Today we had the good practice of Pannakumara. Last week, Master Lin Yin asked, what is the first Buddha in the Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra all about? The Buddha of the pure secret light, or the secret Buddha of pure light. So according to the literal words, pure light is the completely pure light. Like my last book, is contaminated or adulterated, but it's our bodies that are contaminated. Our mouth or speech is contaminated. Our mind, our heart is contaminated. Our thoughts are contaminated. But according to the Buddha nature is never contaminated, can never be contaminated. So human beings are contaminated by afflictions, by worries and concerns. Once you have worries and concerns, then you are contaminated or conditioned. And we are also contaminated by our karma, the power of karma. So if you have a little bit of greed and you steal somebody's belonging, then you are contaminated your own heart and mind, and there would be a mark in your mind. Then it would become karma. So karmic action. I just said that the karmic action and karmic retribution. What is karmic retribution? It's like the way you look, the illnesses you have, and the country you're born, and your parents. How much wisdom you have, how much money you have. All the things that you encounter is called karmic retribution. That's all karmic retributions. And it's the same karmic which is the source of the Buddhas, the Buddha nature. The Buddha nature, the source of the Buddhas. So that's how I explain this pure light. So today in our spiritual cultivation, we chant mantra, we purify ourselves in our meditation. When you meditate, you purify yourself. You're single-minded on your mantra chanting or the chanting of the Buddha's name. You're single-minded and focused. Then all those contaminants are gradually purified. Because when you chant mantra, that's the purification of the speech. When you visualize the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, that's the purification of the mind. And when you form mudra, that's to help your body to become purified. So in Tantrayana, we use these three methods to gradually eliminate all contaminants from our body. During my spiritual consultation earlier, there was someone from Texas, a Dharma brother. Where is he now? Please stand up. You didn't introduce yourself. You just arrived today? Yesterday. Please return to your seat. He practiced treasure-based energy yoga, 保平气, and practiced until there's the appearance of the inner fire. He could continually sit amidst fire, amidst the burning of the fire. Actually, our homa, fire offering, externally, we use the homa fire to burn away all the afflictions of the mind. The mind is like the woods. We use the external fire to burn away our wood of affliction. That's the fire offering. And inside our bodies, we ignite our inner fire, is to burn away our afflictions. To burn away all of our karmic actions and to burn away our karmic retributions, and even to completely burn away all of our karmic consciousness, and finally to burn away all the house that we live in. And the house that we live in refers to our bodies. It's to be completely burned into ash. And at the end, you would become pure light, and you return to the original source. All the material world comes from the pure light, which is Buddha nature. And what is the secret? All this, the procedure, the process, the journey is all secret. So the pure light secret Buddha is also the primordial Buddha, the original source. The original source of all mind and materials is the pure light secret Buddha. So the Tantric Mahamudra came from the Adharma Buddha, which is the primordial Buddha who transmitted to which Bodhisattva? is a master who knows, please raise your hand. So Mahamudra was transmitted from Adharma Buddha to the first Bodhisattva. Please don't be shy to be wrong. Don't guess, but if you know, say it. If you don't know, please don't say anything. How about the Dharma teachers? I have said it so many times. In Tantrayana, the Kagyu sect, the Mahamudra, please say it standing. Please stand up and say it. Yeah, the Bao Yi Lotus Youth, the Bao Yi Youth. So Mahamudra was transmitted by Adharma Buddha to the Bao Yi youth, or the precious mind youth. And the precious mind youth was a Padma Kumara, a lotus youth. So at the time of Adharma Buddha, the primordial Buddha, Padma Kumara already existed. So the first lineage guru of Mahamudra, of course, was the Adharma Buddha, and the second lineage was the Bao Yi, or precious mind youth, which was Padma Kumara, or lotus youth. And is Padma Kumara also Adharma Buddha? Or is Padma Kumara also the primordial Buddha? Of course, Padma Kumara was emanated by the primordial Buddha. Otherwise, if you're just a Buddha all alone by yourself, that would be so boring and nothing to do. Nobody's around. That would be so lonely and boring. So there were several together with him. See, Padma Kumara already together with the Adharma Buddha then. So he could confirm the first lineage guru of Mahamudra. At the time of Sakyamuni Buddha, the Buddha once was the king Suddhodana, the king Taweda. One in his past life, he was a king, and he was always pondering upon his own life. And then he went around his palace, and when he was in meditation, there were two lotus blossoms blossoming, and there were two Padma Kumaras on it. And they are Bao Yi youth and Bao Sang youth, the precious mind youth and the supreme precious youth. And these two Padma Kumaras told the king Taweda, the previous king, previous life of Sakyamuni Buddha, now is the time of the pure light Buddha. You should go there to ask for Buddha Dharma. So the Bao Yi youth and Bao Sang youth brought this king of Sakyamuni Buddha's previous life to go meet the Adharma Buddha. That was long, long, long ago. So, see, when Padma Kumara existed, Sakyamuni Buddha was not a Buddha yet. So he was brought by the Bao Yi and Bao Sang youth to meet a Dharma Buddha, to learn Buddha Dharma. So what is the pure light secret Buddha? That's the primordial Buddha. And that's the source, the Buddha nature of all of our roots or sources. So is Padma Kumara important? It is extremely important. So Sakyamuni Buddha was being guided by Padma Kumara. So what is being guided? So the Padma Kumara guided the king, Tawe the king, the previous life of Sakyamuni Buddha, to study Buddha Dharma. That in his future life he could become a Buddha. So Padma Kumara was even earlier than Sakyamuni Buddha. So Master Lien Yin asked about who is the pure light secret Buddha. And pure light secret Buddha is the primordial Buddha. And the ones who existed together with him were Bao Yi youth, which was Padma Kumara. Now you understand. So that's the meaning of Padma Kumara. So please don't undermine Padma Kumara. It's just a little kid, a little child, a little youth. No big deal. But it turned out that Padma Kumara is the lineage guru, the patriarch of Mahamudra. If we don't include the primordial Buddha, the first patriarch would be Padma Kumara. Look at Guru Padmasambhava. He's the patriarch of Tantrayana. So Guru Padmasambhava is also Padma Kumara, lotus born. It's a child born from a lotus, emanated from a lotus. So that's a lotus born or lotus youth. So this is extremely crucial. So human beings have been contaminated in their body, speech and mind. You need to have pure mind, pure speech and pure body in order to become pure light, in order to have attainments, in order to return to the original source. And there's one secret here that I'd like to share with you. When you practice the treasure vase energy yoga, or the Vajra chanting, or the 9-cycle Buddha breathing, when you practice the chi or breathing, practice the channels or nadi, when you practice the light drops or bindu, practice the 5 chakras, there is an extremely crucial key formula. If you have a yidam, and where does the yidam come from? He or she, or the yidam comes from the source of this pure light secret Buddha, or the source of the Buddha nature. your yidams originated from the source of the Buddha nature, and the source of the Buddha nature transformed, emanated as your yidam, and you perform the yidam or deity yoga, and as soon as you gain spiritual union with your yidam, someone asked me, what is spiritual union? What is yogic union? Now, there's a book called Together with the God. So, if you have gained yogic union or spiritual union with the yidam, then you are together with the Buddha. When you practice qi or breathing, as long as the yidam inside you, he or she will help you. This is closeness. If you have not gained yogic union with the yidam, then you have walked a long way. You have to walk a long way. Like Lamdre, from beginning to end, there are so many Dharma practices that you cannot remember which anymore. It's such a long path. It's extremely difficult to practice. But if you are together with the Buddha, then you're close. You're always together with the Buddha. So you're not afraid to be lost. And he would tell you what if you have made a mistake, or so if this is wrong because you have hatred, this thing is because of your greed, or this thing is because you're topsy-turvy, so you are deluded or ignorant. So once you're in yogic union with your yidam, he or she will tell you if this is wrong or that is wrong, or you still have greed or hatred or ignorance or delusion. They will tell you. If you cannot ignite your inner fire and you practice more and continue to practice, then the yidam will transform and to become fire, and they would perform inside your body, and they would come into your body anytime. So this is cleaning, is the cleansing. So once you gain yogic union or spiritual union with your yidam, then they would help you in everything. And then if you make a mistake or walk the wrong path, they would remind you. If things have turned upside down, they would know that's because of your own ignorance and delusion, and they would tell you. So this is already upside down or topsy-turvy, and that would create afflictions. Like sometimes when you do things, it was fine, and then you become confused and afflicted, and then that would contaminate your own mind and heart, and then everything would happen that before that you did not have any of those afflictions. Therefore, it is extremely important to gain yogic union, spiritual union with the yidam. If you are already in yogic union with yidam, as soon as you close your eyes, Yidam. I have written 272 books and now I'm writing book number 273. And who helped, who made it happen? It's my Yidams who wrote it, who wrote them. The Yidams, my Yidams, told me to write them. So in your meditation or in your sleep and dream yoga, do you know there's a yoga called sleep and dream yoga? If you have mastered sleep and dream yoga and meditation, who is in meditation? It is the Yidam who's teaching you. Once you're in yogic union with the Yidam, then it's the Yidam who's meditating. Who is cultivating spiritually? You thought that it's just you by yourself. It's the Yidam cultivating spiritually. Remember, as long as you're in yogic union with the Yidam, your spiritual cultivation, your writing, your single-mindedness, all your actions, conduct and behavior are all in union with the Yidam. There's no differences at all. If you're not in yogic union with the Yidam, then it's just you. It's your ego. It's yourself. And when Grandmaster is doing it, it's the original self doing it. And the people in the world, when they do anything, it's their self or ego doing it. They're creating karma. But if you're in union with the Yidam, then there would be the original self. So you're the awakened one. You're not the deluded, the confused ones. And those in confusion, in the befuddlement, they still have the ego self. But if you're already awakened, you have found your original self. Therefore, yogic union with the Yidam is extremely, extremely important. And people thought there's so many Dharma practices, they're the great Dharma practices. Actually, one is enough. At the cafeteria of the Seattle Temple, before giving blessings on the heads, I would say which deity descended this day, yesterday, the day before. This is how I would chant. Golden Mother, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakinis, all Devas, Devis. And then if he comes from all the Buddhas, then that would be a Buddha. He or she comes from the Bodhisattvas, that would be a Bodhisattva. Or from Dakinis, there would be a Dakini. Dakas, Dakinis. Or from the divinities, there would be a Deva or Devi. Or from the Dhamma protectors, there would be a Dhamma protector. And then I would take a look at their form, then I would know which protector from the Dhamma protector group they would merge with my body. As long as you are in yogic union with one deity and you have manifested your Buddha nature, then all the deities can enter into your body. One time at the Taiwan temple, I have said it. There were many deities entered into my body, and my whole body almost floated in the air, but it did not dare. My mind, the thought appeared that I wanted to float in the air. Because they use their power to elevate my body, to levitate. So now I know that the lineage gurus of the ancient past, they could fly in the sky like Milarepa. So what were the reasons? Because they were already in union with their yidams, and the yidams entered into their body, so he could levitate it in the air. And they're in union with their yidam and their original source, then they could fly in this air, float or fly in the air. So such phenomena did happen. Last night, his Simu had the best sleep. So you slept all the way to 7:30. The best sleeps he had. Typically, she slept for only 4 hours. So she had the best sleep last night. She slept till 7:30. And this past few nights, your sleep were pretty good, right? Was there a night when you only slept for 4 hours? Over 4 hours. In the past, she slept for 4 hours. And I just, my breath and imprinted on her forehead. And I said, Golden Mother, give you blessings. And she just slept for 4 hours. So I started to invoke and to set protection around her bedroom, and then especially give blessing to her. And frankly speaking, I chant the Taoist mantra in Taiwanese. No big deal, you know that. The divine mantra of the sixth jia. That's how I blessed Simu yesterday, last night too. And then I went back to my own bed because I have not laid down yet. And then at the end of my bed, I also chanted this way, the divine mantra of the sixth jia and sixth thing. Once we do that, the bed and the whole room is protected. And before I had dreams too. Grandmaster had also had dreams because the yidam will tell me, you did this wrong. And this thing, you still have a little bit of greed. Or for that thing, you do it with a little bit of temper. That's not allowed. They can come. They all come and give instructions, and those are good. But you should not have any bad dreams. I sometimes also have a little bit of bad dream. And the worst one I have is that I'm still taking tests. I'm already in my 70s and I would be like students taking tests, and then I don't know how to answer them, and I would be very panic. Taking tests again, then I would be afflicted. I would be so worried. And then in my school days, I'm most afraid of tests. And now in my dreams, I return to those days and still taking tests. I don't like this. I dislike this. I don't like taking tests. So I would chant this mantra and my dreams changed. Those were all the guidance and the instructions of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Whenever I use this, see, now I'm telling you the secret, secretly. So truly, you have to be in union, in yogic union with your yidam to do it. Then you can help people. This is extremely important. So if you have bad dreams and you're already in yogic union with your yidam, then you can do your own protection. Then you don't have bad dreams at night, and in the daytime you're very awake. Then you will not have any bad karma imprinted on your consciousness or your mind that would affect you to be reincarnated in the future lives. And who knows, in your future reincarnate, that you will not be as good as this life. Maybe you would fall into the animal realms and to become a pig. And maybe you would contract swine disease, the swine flu. Or you would be born as a dog. All the dogs in America are good and they're treated nicely by their masters. But you're still an animal, right? Or to become a chicken. Oh no, you would be eaten. Or to become a duck or goose. And swan is a little bit better. Swan. To become fish. Oh no. That would be the big fish eating the small fish eating the little shrimps, and the shrimps eating the mud. So it's all in the food chain. Whether they fly in the sky, crawl on the ground, or swim in water, it's no good to be born as animals. Sometimes you can't control it. You cannot choose where you want to be reborn. Because inside this vase, it's already mixed in with too many things, and the last result would be born as your future life. So if you add the pure light into it, and to let all the turbidity to settle, and you would become the pure water. Then the lights of the Buddha will be reflected inside your body. Then you would have attainments in your spiritual cultivation. Now let's continue to talk a little bit about Lamdre. During the Bardo state or intermediate state, it is like in the dreams. There are 4 kinds of fearsome sounds and 3 kinds of dangerous peaks of mountain signs. So in Bardo state, it's like in dreams. You would encounter someone trying to kill you, or your enemies taking revenge on you, or you're on cliffs being pushed over. There are many horrible, scary phenomena. See, Grandmaster was talking about what it means. And then when you say ooh, that's a ghost. So the scary sounds will appear. If these signs appear, one should maintain the 5 appearances. This is when you become the spirit, you would encounter this. Relying on this affinity, first cut off the thoughts of all enchanting con man or con guru. You have to cut off all the bad thoughts and completely rely on your lineage root guru. So when this phenomena appear, you chant the root guru mantra and you rely on your root guru, then you can break them down. And you can also be mindful of your own yidam and your lineage root guru. So, like in the dreams, if you encounter this, or if you die and your soul leaves the body, and that's in the intermediate state, and that's called the Bardo spirit, and it is fluttering around and encounters bad things, then you need to be mindful of your lineage root guru and your yidam. So by relying on this affinity, one obtains the secret name. You have to remember your Dharma name, like Lian Hua so and so, so lotus so and so. You need to remember your secret name because you have been sealed by this name in Tandayana. Then all phenomena and your inner mind merge to become one. Then you would attain the highest attainment of the Bardo state because you would follow your lineage root guru or follow your own yidam, and you would go to the realm of your lineage root guru or the realm of your yidam. So that's the highest attainment of the Bardo state. However, because it is possible that the Mara or demon will force a deceptive or phony premonition to become your yidam, to look like your yidam or your root guru, it is necessary for you to practice diligently and be always mindful of the signs from the empowerments. Especially the secret name should be cherished as the utmost secret This is the foremost instruction of the intermediate state. You need to remember your own Dharma name, your root guru, and your yidam. And you need to memorize the yidam's mantra. Let me tell you, if you see Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva that was manifested by a demon or Mara, and you chant Om Mani Padme Hum, Avalokitesvara's mantra, the demon, if it comes or manifested by the demon, then it would disappear. Or if I chant Om Guru Lien Sung Siti Hum, then if it was manifested by a demon, then it would disappear. If he stays, the image stays, then that's the authentic one, and then it's okay, you can follow him to the Pure Land. So that's the meaning of this main practice of the intermediate state, which means the time where you have become a soul or spirit, and this kind of things will happen. So this situation is like in the dreams. So at night, is there anyone who never had any dreams? Never had any dreams? Please raise your hand. Most people have dreams. Your situations in the dreams, if you can control your dreams, that means you have succeeded in your spiritual cultivation. If you cannot control your dreams, then you're no good. You're still no good in your spiritual cultivation. You don't have any attainment yet. Like if someone pushes you off the cliff and you chant Om Mani Padme Hum, if you still remember this mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, then the cliff would disappear. That person would disappear too, and you're fine. You would not be affected by the shock or the fear that you ran all over the place, and if there was a cave and you ran into it, then that hole is actually an egg, and the egg of a goose. Then you would become a goose when you hatch. You were chased by your enemy and to be killed by him, and you thought there was a cave, and a long cave, and you ran into it. And then you would be reborn as a long insect or snake. Or you ran into a house. Someone chased after you by many people, a lot of your karmic enemies, and you saw a house. And there was a flagpole on top of the house, and you ran into the house. And when you got out, you become a monkey. Why? Because the house was a monkey, and the flagpole was his tail. So that's how it is. This phenomena will appear, these images will appear. So if you can completely mindful of your lineage root guru, the lineage root guru's mantra, your root yidam and root yidam's mantra, your root protector and root protector's mantra, and by chanting, your protector or yidam will appear in front of you, or your root guru will appear in front of you and would guide you to the right place. That means you have attainment in your spiritual cultivation during the Bardo state after death. At the adult school, one time a group of the elderlies forgot their homeworks. The teacher was angry and asked them to go to school to write them. organize a table and ask the Taoists to ring the bell. And the group of elderlies were curious and asked the teacher, what is this for? And the teacher said, according to the rules of the school, is that the parents have to come. So the parents now have become ghosts or spirits, right, to come. There's always the fashionable or popular color for women. 2 years ago, purple. Last year was gold, and this year is green. And for men, the color for men is very simple, never changes. And someone asked, so is it black for men? No. It's the beautiful woman color. See, those in their 80s, men in their 80s still love the 18-year-old girl. And the 18-year-old man still likes the 18-year-old one. When he's 28, he still likes the 18. And 60s, in the 70s, 80s, he still liked the 18-year-old girl. So that's why the love, the romantic desire for man stays constant. A rich man went to a funeral home, and he was choosing a good coffin for years down the road. And the boss introduced, this coffin is expensive, but it's very comfortable laying in it. And the rich man asked him, how do you know? Of course. Because those who bought and used them never come back to complain, because they could never come back. Please pay attention to what Grandmaster said today. Once you die and your soul leaves your body, it's just like dreams. Remember. You have to remember. To remember what? You have to remember your lineage root guru, the lineage root guru's mantra, the root deity or root yidam and root yidam's mantra, root protector and root protector's mantra. And you have to remember your own dharma name. You have to remember all this. Otherwise, you cannot return to your. Then you have to be reincarnated in the 6 rebirth realms. So Ayo told his wife, next week I want to go to New York on a business trip. And the wife said, yeah, I want to go too. And Ayo said, no, it's full schedule and I will be back in 3 days. And the wife said, affectionately, I really want to go. And the husband said, don't create trouble for me. What are you doing there? And the wife said, shopping for clothes. You want to buy clothes? You can just go to Mitsukoshi or Soko. And then when you pay by credit cards, we don't have to pay for the currency exchange. And the wife replied, oh, good, that's what I was expecting. So the husband got tricked. I bought a robot that could automatically find garbage and clean to sweep the floor. It turned out that after I started it, it just follows me wherever I go. Actually, really, what is the dirtiest thing? It's a human being. A human being is a garbage. So this joke has stated it, that a human being is a garbage. Because a human's heart is very dirty. Like Grandmaster said, in Taiwan, you know, they would line up and to welcome Grandmaster and would make offering. So today, they did it and then presented offerings, but I found it that's not good that I said that, because America is America and Taiwan is Taiwan. I am as the Grandmaster, how can I ask those in America to present offering? No, for me, that's not, this is disallowed. I regretted it once I said it. No, this shouldn't happen. I should never ask for money. How could I have said that, oh, they made offerings in Taiwan but not in America? I cannot compare. Because people that live in America are all just employees. But in Taiwan, they're businessmen, entrepreneurs, factory owners, you know, big bosses. But the American here, they should be richer than others, but they're all just employees. They just earn salary man. So I really shouldn't have said it. Grandmaster knows. So this time, now I will return with 3 packets. In the future, you can just make offering of hatha, but I will not accept this offering. It's the same over there at the Rainbow Temple. Please come and get them yourself. I will not accept them. You know, I cannot accept these red pockets after I said that, so please get them back later. America is America. They all come from faraway places. Like Jiaxin, she has to pay for her room and board and transport and etc. It's not easy to stay here. So please get them back. And tomorrow at Rainbow Temple, just hatha, no offering, please. So see, this joke here, which I just went to the dentist just now, and the dentist asked, why you grind your teeth so much? And I said, because because my life was full of suffering, so I live by grinding my teeth. So in America, it's like that. You know, they were bosses in their own countries, and yet they come here to become salaryman, to earn a living, working for someone else. And the one from Chicago Temple. They talk about eating the dumpling. So we eat the bamboo leaf wrapped dumpling at the Dragon Festivals to wish my friends there's always sweet in your lives, always healthy in their bodies, always open and bright in their mind, and always content, and always full moon in their career. And then the good luck is always on time. I wish you all well. Om Mani Padme Hum.